We're SlikRok Productions, and we want to do a quick walk around on the new Razor Pro R. These cars, we've had this in the shop for a couple weeks. They're really cool. There's a lot of features that we really like on them, but they're really heavy duty. We really like the A-arm setup, the shock beam on the bottom of the A-arm. It offers so much more control. The off-road agility is a lot better. It's a lot less wear and tear on your components on there. The ball joints are a lot bigger. The tie rod ends are a lot bigger from the factory. As you guys probably know, the tie rods that have came on these for years are absolute garbage. I don't know for a fact that these are a lot better, but they are a lot girthier. The steering rack and the motor are one on these. They're a lot more amperage, so we're looking forward to see how those hold up. The sway bars are really cool. They kind of went with a rock jock front sway bar. So this may be the first car we actually leave a front sway bar on. I'm not sure, but we'll see how that goes. But it is a lot better design. Radiator's really big. There's a forced air reduction, so this actually goes back to the belt housing, which is super cool. We like that a lot. The light valve shocks, they're a lot bigger. They have actual tenders on them this time. They look like they're a lot better than they have been in the years prior to this. We got a buddy, MTS, who's been taking these apart. He says the internal and the valving on them is so much better than they used to be. So we'll see what we can do with those for upgrades. But let's take a look at the interior. So the interior is basically the same as the Pro. The display is kind of the same. I like on the dash that you can control the modes, or you can control the modes for your suspension, your stereo, which is super cool. The front diff in this is like an RS1 diff, but has another actuator, so you can have 3-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. So that's really cool, and they look really girthy. They should have some good longevity in them. The back is really cool back here. We usually run back seat delete kits because we carry parts and cooling in them, but if you have kids, obviously that's not an option. The seats come out really easy. They're a 2-piece seat. And the bottom just flips down, kind of like a stow to go in a van. So you got all the space here. You can strap down coolers, strap down parts if you want to. So I really like that. That's some good ingenuity. You got 6 pins, quick release pins to get to your clutch. So that's really quick. It's convenient. It's easy to get to. You got 4 bolts holding the clutch cover on and a couple quick releases. So to get to your belt is super easy. The clutch on these, the outer end of the clutch has got fans on it, or got fins on it. So as the clutch turns, it's drawing air. So these should stay a lot cooler. We should get better life and better longevity out of the belt. So I like that a lot. But what we really like is back here. So this is where the cool stuff is. Obviously we got the new 2.0 4-cylinder motor. They're 225 horse, naturally aspirated. We know the turbo guys are going to be all over this thing. They're going to put some big numbers to the ground. The diff, I really like the rear diff. So this is an isolated diff. It's got over an 8-inch ring gear inside of it. It's a lot more automotive style. The drive shaft is a lot shorter. The rear drive shaft has got 1310 U-joints in it. So it's a lot more like automotive is. The front drive shaft is a lot girthier. It's got a lot better U-joints. It's still got the same rubber carrier bearing in it, but I don't think we're gonna have near the problems out of those that we have in the models past. The trailing arm system is completely different. The axles are a lot bigger. The tabs for everything are a lot bigger. The bolts are a lot bigger. Everything on this car is a lot heavier duty than it was before. I really like this design. I like this setup, and we're really looking forward to seeing what this car does. So as a general overview for this car, honestly, there's so much stuff on it that's new. I like all the new designs on it. It's a lot bigger. It's a lot, you know, it's set up so much more like an automotive style vehicle than it is the past UTVs. I like the ball joint set up in it a lot more. I like the trailing arm set up in it a lot more. It is a really long car. This one's a 4-seater. Obviously, it's got a 133-inch wheelbase. So Polaris was smart enough to keep it just short enough. You don't need a CDL, but I'm sure a backup beeper should probably be optional on one of these. The 3-point turnabout, if you do drive a bus for a living, it was going to come in handy on tight trails. We're going to put portals on these and probably run 40-inch tires or bigger, so the wheelbase isn't so bad for us. But if you're looking to buy one of these, they are a very long car. So good skid plates, high clearance trailing arms. The aftermarket world will be all over this here pretty quick, so there's going to be a lot of parts and a lot of stuff that's available. We'll keep you posted as we go. We just wanted to give you a shout out and tell you what we think of our first impression on it. We're going to be taking this thing apart, doing a lot of stuff to it. We got another one en route. We'll let you know how it goes.